I pretty rarely do these narrative selfie videos, but I'm going to do this one. I have not scripted it. I don't know what I'm going to say. I want to do one take. It's good, it's good. It's bad, it's bad. I'm going to YouTube it no matter what. This is a tribute of sorts to a car, or to a van. Yeah, a lot of people, if you know me at all, you know that I'm a car guy. I love cars, but I don't only love the sports cars, the Ferraris, the BMWs, the Mercedes. You know, they're nice, they're cool. They have their purpose. I like a car that has a purpose and does its purpose. And it's not, I didn't realize I was showing that one. I'm inside the one I'm talking about, just to get away from the wind. Hopefully you can hear this part better than the other. So this is a sort of a tribute to 1999 Chevrolet Astro van. And the story of this van is, I first met it in 2014, January 2014. Wolf Magana bought it from somebody in Missouri for $800. It had been a service van from some company. I don't even remember if I ever knew. And at the time it had 300,000 miles on it. It's a good $800 work van. Ran great. Pretty much everything worked. Air conditioning didn't work, but it was winter. We didn't care. But anyway, let's get outside where it's windy. Probably won't be able to hear anymore. And this is my, this is the van. It's the old girl. So we happen to be in Memphis, Tennessee today. But this van and I have been a lot of places. I picked it up from Wolf in Kansas City in front of the Hawthorne Suites, I recall quite well. Super cold. It was super snowing, I think. Kind of snowing that day, I think. Miserable. This van, most of its life, it's had a good heater. I've had to repair it twice in a couple ways, but it's been good. So the purpose of this van has been, I was doing a kind of work quite a bit where I had to carry material, doing construction and telecommunications, and so we had the whole back of the van. There's a funny part here, is that the door latch broke. I don't remember how long ago. And Wolf and I devised a little string system here in order to open the back. I don't know if I can easily do it here. It happens to be locked, but literally, it works like this. You literally grab that thing really hard and pull down on it. Just like that. It opens right up. It's a bit silly, but it works. I've never had a desire to fix it, honestly. But this van and I have been through a lot of places. We've traveled through as far west, almost Colorado, so western Kansas, Dodge City, and northwestern Kansas. Near the Colorado border, but not into Colorado as I recall. And we have been to Lima, Ohio, and Columbus, Ohio. We've been as far south as Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi. Don't remember. Somewhere. That's probably about it. West in Texas, Dallas, maybe a little bit further. So we've done all kinds of projects, and I drove this for the better part of 2 years, from 300,000 miles to, I don't know, 380 or something like that. I drove it quite a lot. I even slept in it from time to time. Not like a homeless person, but if I was taking a long trip and needed a nap, I put boxes in between. These two seats, cushion, sleeping bag. Camp out in the Walmart parking lot for a couple hours to get a snooze. So I have a lot of experience in this van. And generally it's been super reliable. It's been good. And so in 2016, I stopped doing that kind of work completely, and I got some regular jobs and executive jobs and got marketing for a while again, things like that, and that was cool. But then I came out on the road again in Florida, and I needed a van. I needed something to carry some materials and drive around and be reliable and have air conditioning. And I called up Wolf. Wolf goes, well, the old white van's in Florida. So I picked it up. Went over to Merritt Island, picked it up with, I don't remember, almost 400,000 miles. And that was about a year ago. I have driven the shit out of it. It now just passed 425,000 miles. And it's been good. It has now broken down on me twice. It had to be towed once, and the other time I fixed it up. But it's been so good. I've used the word good way too many times. Not a good writer. But an unscripted video, these things happen. And the replacement for this car is here. It's not far away. I'm going to walk back to it here shortly. This van's going to go to its new owner probably tomorrow, It's a guy who does maintenance on apartment buildings and things like that here in Memphis. This has a lot more problems than it used to have. It has now a transmission problem that's could run. And Chevrolet could run anywhere from the next 500 miles to 150,000 miles with that same transmission problem. My theory is Chevrolets will run bad longer than any other car will run good. So that's kind of it. I just want to say something kind. I don't name cars like that, but I have a lot of affection for this van. It's not exciting, but it's always, you put the key in it, you drive down the road, it's good and solid, it's good in snow. It has always impressed me, and its ability just to do its job, which is just carry stuff to a work site and carry you to the next place and get you there safely, and the brakes work, and there's a lot of power. It has actually a lot more power than the Subaru I just bought, which is a new car. But it's fun, and that is really all I want to say. And you'll probably see I do love the new Subaru. It's a lot of fun. It'll be my new road car. Again, it's not an exciting sports car either, but it's going to do its job. It carries things from place to place very reliably and safely, and that's what I'm looking for. So there you go. That's it for this van. She's been a good one. So anybody out there, if this ends up in the hands of complete strangers who are wondering about Astro vans as travel, I highly recommend Astro vans. It's essentially a truck. It's a body on frame design, very tough. I've carried at least 1,500 pounds in the back. Sags a little, but doesn't break anything. Drives right on down the road. It'll go up hills, down hills. Doesn't care. Easy to work on. Parts are cheap. Parts are plentiful. A lot to be said for that. I would never recommend anybody ever get a front wheel drive van. Any of the usual, the Chryslers, they all have them now. So every brand has front wheel drive vans. Just too hard to work on, to last. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Well, unless you're going to get a new car and keep it on lease for 3 years and get rid of it, because that's what you do. You want something to last, it'd be something like this. It's a truck with a van body on it. And it's small enough to get good gas mileage, big enough to carry most of what you want. I understand from reading on the internet that these Astro vans are kind of the new, what do you call them? Vanagon, the new Volkswagen bus. That's what they call it, Volkswagen bus. Hippie van. So I had another one of these. I sold it to a guy who was going to make a hippie van out of it, and I hope he did. But it's because the Volkswagen vans have gotten so expensive and not plentiful anymore, and there's still plenty of these on the road. This is a cargo version. There are many with seats and windows and very luxurious and all that. Plenty of them cheap. And if I were going to have a hippie van, which is probably not ever my style, I would choose one of these, I believe. And that's kind of it. If you get one, get the Vortec. Get the Vortec V6 engine, 4.3 liter, I think it is. Power, lasts forever. It has at least, I know it's not, really nothing's been done to the engine in 125,000 miles. It shows 425 on the odometer. I don't actually know how long since the engine's been rebuilt or replaced. Don't know. Could have been. Or maybe it's the original. I don't really know. Things last in these vans. And that's it. That's probably boring to most people, but I thought I'd give my little tribute to this this old girl here. Let's get a good view as we walk away. I'll symbolically walk away. How about that? So if anybody's watched and listened all the way through, thank you for your attention. It has been fun, and I'm gonna go drive my new Subaru somewhere. Bye now.